beautiful Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for the end of August right through to the end of September 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details, and I will never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is your career reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. I'm doing this reading on the 20th of August and it's really good right through to the end of September, okay? Now, in particular, during this period, your 11th house will be activated, and that's all about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes, okay? During this time, you may be called to maybe set up online businesses because this time period represents the internet, but also social circles, connections to teamwork. So it is all about manifesting for your highest good, but also recognizing that there are people around you who do support you. Even if they cannot help you, they do support you. So you just need to be aware of that, okay? Especially since we've got the birds right there. That's all about community as well, coming together. But your 11th house of what you're hoping to achieve with those hopes, dreams and wishes is really starred during this point, okay? That 11th house is activated on the 27th of August, and that coincides with that new moon in Virgo, okay? Now, I will be doing a special reading for the dark moon in Virgo, just so you're aware, and that will be hopefully on the 27th. I'm going to actually do it on the day of the event to harness the energy, so look out for that. But let's get straight to your career energy. Oh wow, loving this. You're knowing your value, what you truly deserve, and what you want to accomplish. You are setting your sights high, okay? We've also got the Tower. I knew it. Now, as soon as my guides just said go again, and as soon as I did it, I just felt this crumbling. When I was doing a meditation for you all before I start your reading, I do one for every sign. I kept getting this feeling like you're waiting for the bubble to burst. You're waiting for the bubble to burst. Now, whether that is you're waiting for or you're preparing yourself for like an economic crash or recession and things like that, that may be what you are sort of intuitively sort of feeling or thinking is headed our way. You know, I'm not someone who knows anything about world economics and things like that, but of course I can see the signs with like inflation and things like that. So maybe that's something that has been in some way influencing your thoughts at the moment with regards to career. But let's see what's going on there for you. We do have the Hermit energy, so, and we've got the Empress. So I see you working really hard. We got 10 of Cups. We got the 5 of Cups. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know regarding their career? Can you please guide them for their highest good? I mean, we've got the High Priestess twice. Okay, that tells me that you are very connected to your intuition. Please listen to it. We've also got 7 of Coins and the 7 of Wands. Whenever we see double 7 or whenever we see a double number, it does mean that there is positive change headed your way. They want me to go one more, so I will. 5 of Flames. Okay. Sorry, they're just giving me, they're just saying 7 for 7. So you got double 7. Hang on, let me see how many cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I feel like that's an indication they want another one. 7 for 7. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. Daughter of Cups. Okay, 7. That's 7 for 7. The other ones are not 7, but anyway. They just want it like that. Let me just pull these down so they're a little bit more, okay, streamlined. So the first card we got here is the snake. And the snake represents rebirth, new life, shedding old skin. And when it comes to your career, I feel like you're getting like a second wind. I feel like you may have felt a little bit like, how can I put that? You may have felt a little bit stagnant or a little bit sort of like stuck in some way, or you feel like something needs to change in your career. Now, you may be happy with the way that things are, but I feel like you're changing the way that you respond to mundane situations. I feel like you are getting this energy of clarity, but also revitalization, where you're getting this sort of like boost of energy in order to get back in the game of your career. I feel there's this, I just get this energy of you've been really discerning about what you put your attention on in your career. You're looking at things in terms of like, is that worth my time? Because you put your 100% like heart, soul into everything, and you're really looking at things within your career that's like, is that worth my time? That's right down to, you know, people, for example. If there's petty squabbles, you don't tend to take part in any sort of like gossip or petty squabbles. I feel like you remove yourself from those sort of things anyway. But it's more than that. It's about you sort of valuing your time, your energy, and your talent, and sort of looking at whether you're fairly recompensed for the effort that you put into your career. So some things, for example, if you're going for a new job, or you're deciding to, because the snake is all about new, it's about new life, rebirth. It's about, you know, your passion being reignited, and almost like you're seeing things with new eyes in a very exciting way. So you're looking at the things that you've already built in your life and like going, okay, does this really still make me feel good? Do I really enjoy this part of my career? What parts do you like and what parts do you not like about what you have to do? And I feel like the things that you have to do in your career that are a given, I feel like you're finding a way to respond to them in a different way, to make them more challenging but interesting. And I don't mean challenging in a different way. I mean challenging to keep your brain synapses going and interested in what you're doing, okay? Now, some of you may be full on looking for new energy, but you're like, because you've got the sun energy here and it's very, very strong, and you got the 10 of cups. So I feel like this is you trying to be really positive and sort of giving yourself a huge goal. And, you know, you don't do things by halves, my beautiful Scorpio. When you are deciding you want to do something, you are full steam ahead, and you're sure, you're absolutely positive that you're going to get what you want. Okay, that's what's wonderful about you, Scorpio. You know, starting with the sun and the 10 of cups there. These cards are over here, but I'm just sort of like putting them there for space. They're giving me that you are like, okay, I know I'm going to get that happy spot that I seek in my career. Yes, it's going to be challenging. Yes, you know it's going to be hard work, but you're not afraid of that. And I feel like you're commanding respect within your career. I feel like you're on the up. And they're indicating here, knowing your worth is important. Okay, I mean, everybody needs to know their worth, but I feel you're looking at attracting abundance and being the best at what you do. And because we got the 7 of Wands there as well, that indicates two things. You're unstoppable, your passion is your power, and you will get to where you want to go with sustained effort. You're not giving up, okay? Now, also, I'm getting a second energy from the snake. In the Lenormand deck, the snake can represent hidden knowledge, okay? The hidden. So I feel like you are literally working hard in silence. You're not really shouting about your accomplishments or your projects right now. I feel like you're off grid, you know, under the radar, and working super hard. Also, I feel there's part of you that sometimes you may feel that if you're always putting your ideas out there and that people are like, oh wow, that's a really great idea, and they're kind of like taking parts of your idea. So I feel part of you is like, you know what, you've learned from past situations to keep your good ideas to yourself, okay? Now, also the snake, it's number 7 in the Lenormand deck, and this is all about movement forward. I mean, they keep saying 7 for 7. So I feel like 777 is important. You've already got, I mean, 7, and you've got 2 other 7s here. Let's see how many other 7s show up in your reading. But 7 is an important number. Also, before, when I was doing the meditation, they were showing me 111. So I feel these are numbers that synchronistically you will start seeing over the next 4 to 5 weeks to indicate that there is some sort of offer coming on in. Okay, we have the Daughter of Cups, so this is about some good news, or you attracting what it is you're trying to achieve, some sort of project or something. Or it could be just a really great opportunity for you to invest your heart in something that you love doing and keeping your dreams alive. Okay. Also with the snake energy, I feel like things are coming full circle. Okay. I also feel like some of you may be swatting up, going on courses or some sort of, sort of a group to enhance your skills in whatever area you work in, and you're keeping it to yourself. Okay, because I feel like you're arming yourself. It's almost like, because I also get this energy of you waiting for the bubble to burst. I get this, I'm going to pull a card on it because I'm getting two energies, and I feel one is to do with the world economics. It keeps coming up, okay, in your energy field. So I feel like you're keeping abreast of things in terms of what's going on around the world at the moment, and you're putting yourself in a really secure position. We've got the fox there, tells me you're very clever. You're shifting things around in order to keep yourself in a very good, stable position, okay? I don't see you frittering your money away either. I feel like you're really good at, protecting what you've got already, perhaps saving a little bit more. Even if it's a little, I see you actually really connecting to your intuition in order to put yourself in a good position. And the snake with the fox is like, if you feel like there's some sort of underhanded shift or some sort of shift I feel like it keeps coming back to the world energy. I mean, they're even showing me the world in the water right now. So I feel like it's like knowledge. Intuitively, you feel there's going to be a big shift. And I feel like you're putting yourself in a really good position. You're trying to be positive because of it. Especially since we got the Ten of Cups. I feel like you have this feeling of responsibility for your family. Ten of Cups can connect to family, environment, and people banding together. So I just got that energy coming through for you as well. The number 7 is the Chariot card. It is about movement forward. It is about success. It is about motivation and drive. And you've got all of that. So I feel like you've got like, it's almost like the secret of your success is to work really hard in silence and to prove yourself with your merits. Okay, with, it's almost like your work speaks for itself. You're not there to shout about what you do, but I feel after a period of feeling a little bit like heavy energy, heavy in yourself, maybe even feeling a little bit down, or, just not able to sort of summon up that passion that you are known for, my beautiful Scorpio, after a period of feeling really like, sort of like, dare I say it, like numb, which is not a typical sense for you. I feel like you've been on autopilot, and it's actually important. Your guides want you to be aware that they wanted you to be an observer. They wanted you to be a watcher. I mean, this sounds really like intense, okay? So, but just go with it. This is what they're giving me right now. They wanted you to be a watcher and an observer without, it's almost like removing the passion from things so that you see things from a viewpoint where you're just observing the patterns, you're observing the time period, and you're not putting any connection to emotion to it, no anxiety to it, no passion to it, no sadness to it. I feel like you're looking at things in order to build a strategy, okay? They want you to be watching and aware, is what they're showing me. And you are, okay? Foxes, they tend to work under, they tend to live under uncertain and difficult circumstances, and they are like, they always find a way. So I feel like that's what you're feeling right now. For example, whatever job you work in, I feel like you're trying to see the positive, but you're having an awakening is what they're showing me. The Sun card is an awakening card, but it is more than that. It's about your power, okay? Your power is in rejuvenating. Your power is in your flexibility. You are able to shed old skin. You're able to reinvent yourself to go with the times or the circumstances that you find yourself in. They're giving me a sentence: where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, so you're the sort of person who you've got a plan, and then you've got a plan to back up the plan, and then you've got several other plans just in case those plans don't work. So you're always 1 or 2 or even 5 steps ahead of the game of life, okay? So they're showing me that you are revitalizing your spirits over the next couple of weeks and really connecting to the things that you love doing that maybe you felt you have not been passionate about for a while. The Sun card is like a boost of energy, but it's also about being optimistic and, you know, focusing on family. So as I said, you may have felt family responsibility because the Sun can connect to, you know, sort of like positive thoughts to protect family, for example, or it can be celebration of self. It can be that, you know, relationships are blossoming, especially since you've got that 11th house going on, which is all about, you know, networking, connecting to other people, social networks, things like that. Some of you may hear through the grapevine of a wonderful opportunity that actually is a dream opportunity that comes in for you. I see one coming in, and this is something that you've been manifesting because of your positive vibes. Now, of course, we can't always be positive. It's not human nature to be in the flow of positivity all the time. Human beings, we were given tears and sadness and anger for a reason, okay? We're meant to use those energies as they flow through us in order to experience all the energy that life has to offer. So don't ever repress anything, my beautiful Scorpio. Allow it to flow through you. But I feel like you're nurturing your energy. You've got a lot of potential in your career, and you're very successful and very talented at what you do already. They want you to celebrate your wins more, okay? They're indicating celebrate your wins because yes, things are difficult, but actually you're, you know, I feel like you're finding that peace from within, that happiness from within. And that's of course important because as long as we've got happiness and health, which is so important, then the rest shall follow from there. So I feel like you're looking at life at the moment for the positive things that you've got and being grateful for that, because this is your protagonist energy. But I feel more than anything, you're really grateful for your skill at reinventing yourself, at, you know, being able to adapt with times or adjust with difficult circumstances. And of course, I mean, I'm not going to ignore the fact that, of course, economically and worldwide, we're actually going through difficult, hard times, okay? So I feel like you are building a strategy, using your intuition in order to put yourself in a really good position. In terms of your career, I see success, okay? 10 of Cups is, you know, happiness, it is harmony, it's fulfillment, but it's also a conclusion that you're fulfilled with or you're happy with. It is something like a goal or a dream that you've got your focus on, and it's laser focus. It's full steam ahead for you in the next 4 to 5 weeks, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Is it going to be hard work? Absolutely. Will there be competition for what you do? Probably. But you're going to be the best of the best, and you're going to thrive and survive and be very successful in whatever it is that you do, okay? But the 10 of Cups and the Sun tells me in this position that you are changing. Okay, and you're changing your mindset. You're deciding to be positive, because what's the point in being negative? I feel like there's been an energy of negativity for a while, or low vibe for a while. If you've been trying to get out of that, but there's something here that you're going to celebrate, okay? And there are people who've got your back. Now in the resistance position, we've got the Fox, okay? Which means it's like I got it in the reverse. And when we've got the Fox energy in reverse, with the High Priestess and the 5 of Cups, they're indicating you looking back sometimes at situations that did not go your way, okay? When you get a 5 of Cups, that's about yearning about projects or opportunities that we felt like we lost out on. And what you have to realize is that what is meant for you will never pass you by. So if something's being taken away from you or something has rejected you, it is protection and redirection to something greater, something better. And there's something greater and something better coming on in here for you, okay? They want you to be aware of that. Now, with the Fox energy, by the end of the 4 to 5 weeks, it's in the resistance position at the beginning, which is now, and in the upright by the end of it. The High Priestess is a reminder to use your intuition. If you've got a hunch on anything, my beautiful Scorpio, listen to your gut instinct. It is your first brain. I always say it. I know everyone says it's the second brain, but for me, it is the first brain. Something feels off here sometimes. Trust it. Okay, even if the eyes and the brain cannot see anything, or there's nothing in the immediate circumstances, if your hunch is telling you something's like not right now, then trust it, okay? And put yourself with strategy in a very clever position. Foxes are very clever, they're very astute, and you are very, very intelligent, my beautiful Scorpio, okay? So for example, and this is not going to resonate for everyone, of course, for example, if you're seeing shifts within your workspace where you think, okay, things are changing, they're knuckling down, if you always went to the break room, for example, and they always had like snacks, fruit, or biscuits or something like that in the break room, and you're like, okay, people get free stuff there, it's only a small amount, but we're really lucky to have it, but all of a sudden it stops. It means there's cutbacks. It means there's something, they're knuckling down. So I feel like you're noticing things, okay? So I just got this true chills, I just feel like you're noticing things, okay? You're the observer, you're the watcher, and you see. You've got the Sun card, which you have the gift of sight, okay? And you are very clever. So you see patterns when other people do not. You see below the surface when other people do not, okay? Now, I'm not saying there's anything untoward coming towards you in your career. I see you putting yourself in a very good position and actually attracting more abundance and more opportunity. But I feel like you are acutely aware of how there is shifts going on in the career environment, okay? Now, the fox is, number 14, so patience. You're the sort of person, you work hard in silence and patience, and you get to where you want to go. Your diligence, your power, and your true grit, your commitment is unwavering. That's what they're showing me. And the fox, you're making some clever moves, okay? You're putting yourself in a really good position. Also, we've got the High Priestess. Having faith in yourself is important, my beautiful Scorpio. Sometimes you doubt your beautiful self. You doubt your talents. You doubt whether you're good enough. And the answer is you're more than good enough. You're even better than you think you are, okay? Your guides want you to be aware. Now, this sentence came up in another reading, but they're giving it to me now. I feel like it came up in an Aries love reading, which is really interesting, but they're applying it to career. So I'll give you what they're giving me, which is sometimes we're not aware that we deserve more than what we want. We deserve more than what we actually want. Okay, so your guides want you to be aware of that, okay? Not in an egotistical sense. It's because you put so much hard work into what you are trying to create in your world. And I just see you sort of really trying really hard to spread positivity and sort of connect to your responsibilities, looking after other people, because I feel what you're doing is, of course, for yourself, but I feel by extension you're so kind, and I feel like you feel so responsible sometimes for other people as well. So just be mindful that other people do have your back, and you don't have to do it all by yourself. But the High Priestess in this position, first and foremost, is about mistrust or secrets. Okay, so if there's something you don't trust at work, I feel like you're being very diligent and you're being very clever. You're noticing a pattern or strategy. For example, if you feel like someone's lying to you, you're a human sort of lie detector. You will notice that straight away, and you'll make yourself be put in a position to either avoid the collateral damage. Wow, what a word. Collateral damage that this lie could create within the workspace, or you're actually, putting yourself in a really good position to weather out a storm, okay? But the High Priestess, it will be turned in the upright by the end of the 4 to 5 weeks. And this is an energy that sometimes things are not logical, but if we use our intuition and we trust in our inner wisdom, our inner knowing, and our mystical vision, we will get to where we want to go, okay? Have faith. It will happen for you. Trust in the unknown. And of course, you may feel that these are, ever-changing cycles, ever-changing world that we're living in right now. But I see that actually you're keeping your eyes wide open, and I feel like you are actually putting yourself in a really good position for success, okay? This is a very deep reading, I gotta say. We got the Five of Cups here. Now, the Five of Cups indicates some sort of sadness or feeling like, so for example, you may feel unappreciated within your career sector with the Five of Cups. You have needs, okay, my beautiful Scorpio. You don't need to be patted on the back to know that you've done a good job. You know when you've given your all. Okay, but when you are constantly giving your all and you feel like it goes unnoticed, sometimes there's like this little sadness within you that's like, I give it my everything and it still feels like it's not enough. Okay, I want you to know that people do appreciate you, but they don't say it to you because I feel sometimes they see you as a threat. Like you could also do their job as well as yours. So just be a little bit mindful of that, okay? There's some really good things coming your way because the Five of Cups, the Five of Cups is like a reminder that sometimes things feel really awful or really low, okay? But they're not as bad as we imagine them to be, okay? Sometimes we can get lost in our own anxiety or fear, okay? And if you've been, I feel like, you've been numbing out in order to not to feel those things. You may have even disconnected from distractions like the news or anything that would sort of break your happiness or break your positivity because I feel like you notice that your energy is shifting and changing because you're a sponge. You absorb the energy around you. And I feel like you've really gone off grid in order to protect your wonderful energy. Not as, I feel like it's protective. Okay, the Five of Cups will be turned to this position by the end of, it's in this position. By the end of the month, it will kind of be in a position where you see that there's a new opportunity that is meant to replace it. Okay, so it means you're moving on. You've got the gift of regeneration, Scorpio. If something doesn't go your way, you actually are someone who moves forward. Now, you may grieve this thing in silence, this opportunity that you didn't get, or a feeling that you should be further along in your career than you feel like you're at right now. But all good things come to those who wait, and work there, you know what's off. Okay, they're giving me a song. Aha! Let me just connect to that. Wow. Okay. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Okay, I couldn't quite get the end bits there. Now, I'm not sure if this song has come up before for you. I'm going to have to check other videos. I can't really tell. I mean, it's a song of the now, so I may have just heard this recently, perhaps on the radio myself. But this song is very in the now. I mean, it could have been in the last year or two, or maybe a little bit more. I don't really know when, but I want to get the song singer. I want to say it's Kelly Clarkson, and that's from me. So I may get it wrong, but that's who I want to say it is. That's my remembering. Okay, it's not spirit giving it to me, just so I can be clear. But they're giving me the song. So I feel like you've gone through a real battle in your career to get to where you are right now, and they want you to celebrate that as a win. Stand tall in who you are, my beautiful Scorpio, because actually you're further along on your path than you may realize. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look up that song, what it means and things, but I mean, I feel like they only want you to have that snippet of it, otherwise they would have given me more. Now moving on, we have the Rider. So suddenly there's movement in your career. This is a quick change. When you get the Rider, this is speed, things gathering pace, and you head in the direction that you want to go. I mean, it's so important to remember that the Rider in most decks of the Lenormand deck, they're always riding into the sun. Okay, and that's where you're headed. You've decided, you're focusing on a goal. You've decided, I want this and this will make me happy. So therefore, you're heading in the right direction to get what you want, okay? The Rider is about action, taking action. After a period of manifesting and dreaming it, now you're taking steps towards it, okay? So I feel like, I mean, you've always been taking little steps, but I feel like you're going to make great strides in your career. Leaps and bounds is what I feel over the next couple of weeks, and you're headed towards that happy spot. We've also got the Letter, so really great news coming in your way. There's a communication coming, so this is either an opportunity or someone actually within your industry reaches out and says, you know what, you're doing a great job and we'd love to promote you or raise you up or give you a, an investment raise. There's an opportunity here for you to enhance your skills. Now, some of you also, there may be a side hustle here, or maybe this is your main job. I'm picking up on a writer who writes about crime or detective, or sort of like a novel about the hidden symbols as well. I'm picking up like hidden symbols, signs, detective, that sort of energy. I mean, it may not be a crime novel, but it just feels like it's things that are hidden that are noticed. Okay, so that may not resonate for everyone. Some of you may be thinking about writing something like that. Maybe it's something you're thinking about doing online. So please take it as it resonates. That part may not resonate for everyone because I feel it's a small percentage of water. Energy in the water right now. But as you can see, we've got the letter, which means there's some sort of communication coming on in, and it's just for you. So this is either an opportunity because of your skills. It's number 27. When you reduce it, 2 plus 7 is 9, which is the Hermit energy, and you've got the Hermit. The Hermit means inwards, just for you. It's about your wisdom, your knowledge. You're the best person for this opportunity that's arising, okay? And I feel like you will hear about this in the next, by the end of September for sure. Okay, we've also got birds. Now, beautiful, this is a hummingbird. Hummingbirds always represent success coming from hard work, and you are a hard worker. That song alone, it's almost like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Is like you're a warrior, okay? When you set your mind to something, you're going to accomplish it. Nothing and nobody can stop you, okay? The birds also indicate community, okay? Friends, raising you up. But I feel you're working really hard in silence, but people do want to celebrate you. They do actually admire what you get up to and what you accomplish. But as I said, hummingbirds, I feel like a hummingbird is going to be a symbol for you over the next 4 to 5 weeks of an indication that you're doing a really great job and you're still headed in the right direction, okay? Yes, there is difficult times. Yes, you may be feeling, the pinch, or you may be feeling setbacks and things like that, but they want you to know that you're on the right track and not to give up on your goals and dreams. They want you to be aware of that. That's so important. Now, some of you may need to network more for your career, or you may actually come into contact with creative collaborators who are on the same wavelength as you, okay? So whatever industry you work in, there could be some teamwork involved, or you meet somebody who actually really inspires you. And if you work solo, or you work on your own, for example, or you're an entrepreneur, you're setting up your own business, or some of you are setting up your own business as a side hustle, I feel like there's someone who really influences you in a really positive way and supports you, okay? And sometimes that's all we need. Sometimes we just need someone to just take a look and say, you know what, I like what you're doing. It's cool. Even that, it's not that you're seeking validation. It's just sometimes you feel like you're out there by yourself, sort of emanating this light, this talent, this passion for what you do. And you're like, is anyone else out there feeling this? Is anyone out there, feeling the same way as I am, where it's feeling difficult and we're struggling, but at the same time, we're passionate about what we want to achieve and we're still out there just doing our thing? And I feel like you're going to meet somebody or some people who are like that. You're going to find your soul tribe, okay? Now, also, we've got the Empress. Now, the Empress is an energy of abundance, success, and being productive. So I feel like you are in the flow. This is you reaching your full potential and knowing your worth. It's most important. There are infinite possibilities for you to succeed, but the most important thing is you valuing yourself and knowing that you're getting a great deal for the energy and effort that you're putting into your work, okay? Financially as well as emotionally rewarding. So the Empress energy is all about you brimming with potential. So if you're going for a new job opportunity, or if you haven't got a job, with the 5 of Cups, you may have lost your job, especially in the circumstances that we've got today. I'm only talking about the people who've already lost their job now. So don't be worried that you're going to. Those people who've lost their job, or they're searching for an opportunity, there is one coming in. Know that you are the perfect person for the job. Your strengths are the things that are going to take you to that position, okay? Have confidence in yourself. This is a card of confidence. They want you to know that you are valued. And even though you may have gone through a period of doubt, or have struggled with self-worth because you've been out of a career position or a job for a while, they're indicating you're the perfect person for the job, and you're very talented, you're very gifted at what you do, and you actually stand out from the crowd. They want you to be aware of that, okay? So you're going to smash this next interview out of the park, and this job is yours. They want you to be aware of that, okay? For those of you who are not looking for a job and you're vibing in the opportunity that you already have, I see you either stepping into a new position of responsibility, and being a little bit more creative about what you do and attracting more abundance as well. Now, some of you may actually be working with children because the Empress is all about connecting with, the earth and with children and things like that. So some of you may work with children, or some of you are taking some time out to have children, or you're thinking about getting back into work after a period of, having a child, maternity leave. So I feel some of you may be actually trying to make it work, reshuffle your time and your energy to get back into something that you enjoy doing, but at the same time nurturing family and things like that. Now, when you get the Empress, this is also a perfect time to sort of rebirth new ideas, or give birth to new ideas, or rebirth old ones that you've been meaning to sort of connect to or activate, but you haven't, okay? So I feel very creative time for you. And again, they want you to be aware how gifted you are. And as you can see, this Empress, she's not just sitting back and letting things happen. She's actually got a shield and a scepter there. She's going after what she truly desires, full speed ahead. She's got the shield for any of the knockbacks. The owl is representing your innate wisdom. You've got all the knowledge that you need within you. And if you want to enhance your skills, of course, you may be going on courses of learning, but this is about your power and empowering yourself. Also, the Empress is about all the seeds that you've already sown in your career starting to blossom and flourish, and it's harvest time, reaping the rewards of success suddenly, okay? And there's lightning bolts there, so I feel like it's like a very electric time where you're connecting to that energy of attracting good stuff into your life: abundance, material gain, prosperity, joy, comfort. Some of you may even decide to work from home, or try to find a career where you work from home or online so that you feel more fulfilled, more connected to your family, and have more time for you, okay? What I will say, a lot of my friends who work for themselves, all those entrepreneurs out there, you'll know that actually you work more when you work for yourself because you care so much about it, okay? Now, some of you may be becoming entrepreneurs, or you may get a side hustle going on. If that's the case, I feel like it's going to be very, very successful. Now, we do have the Tower. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. The Tower is a deconstruction, a sudden realization. It can be an epiphany. It doesn't have to be negative, but sometimes it can put the pressure on. Okay, it can feel uncomfortable. So because we've got the Hermit, which is like knuckling down, using your deep knowledge and being calm and reflective. I mean, some of you, that's why I'm picking up on this energy. Some of you may be being really calm and reflective so that you don't get anxious about like an economic crash, for example. I feel like you're trying really hard to just be calm and put yourself in a really good position by using strategy, okay? So, but the Tower can represent a radical change that needed to happen, okay? And I'm not saying like an economic crash needed to happen, okay? I don't know anything about those things. But what I do know is that taking a leap of faith makes you feel unstuck. The Tower represents prison. So if you feel like you've been going round and round in circles in your work, or you've been feeling mundane, or you've just been feeling like, you're in that work-life habit where it's a repetitive cycle and you're feeling you're just on autopilot. That I picked up that energy before. You're just on autopilot. Suddenly you have a realization that if you stay where you are right now, you're just going round and round in circles and you feel like you're not progressing, and you are the sign that likes to progress, okay? So whenever you have a Tower, it's normally followed by the Wheel of Fortune or the Sun card. So they're indicating you're having a major revelation of how to change things, how to reinvent yourself in your career. So even if you're staying in your job and you're like, you love what you do, but there's parts of the job that you think, oh, I hate that part of my job. I feel like you're sort of responding differently to those situations and actually making it more enjoyable for you. The Tower represents, becoming unstuck, as it were. It's if you're feeling like you're stuck in this sort of day-to-day cycle of Groundhog Day, suddenly you're making changes to take a leap of faith and bring some more enjoyment into your day-to-day, okay? But things that are not working for you are actually crumbling away. And it may feel uncomfortable because you're left with the things that are working and the things that you should focus on, and leave your time and your attention and care to those things, okay? The Tower is a deconstruction or reduction. So for example, these cards altogether can mean, okay, you may want to reduce the time that you spend alone in order to connect to nature, or connect to friends or people that you really care about, your soul tribe, okay? Especially since you got your 11th house activated. It can also indicate suddenly you realize your worth and your power, and that you actually have a lot of knowledge, and you've been reflective for a long time, and now it's time for the world to see what you've got to offer in terms of your career. So this is a very empowering moment. The Tower is not a negative card. It is an explosive energy that changes everything for the positive, okay? And it is a Scorpio Aries energy, so I feel like you're shaking things up a little bit in order to find the path that is meant for you. The Hermit is a pathfinder, especially if you're feeling like a little bit lost, or you've had time for reflection to sort of connect to your inner knowledge. It's a time where you regroup your energy in order to get back out there or reconnect to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, okay? As you can see, this Hermit is reaching for the star, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're reaching for a wish, a goal, or a dream, and your 11th house says it will be delivered, okay? So manifestation is key, but you may take a little bit time for yourself in order to focus on this goal or this opportunity that's coming in order to realize it, make it come to life. Okay, now we also have the High Priestess again, so that's again about having faith. It's about being prepared, working hard in silence, trusting in the unknown, and finding peace of mind. Okay, that everything you need you have within you. Also, some of you may be connecting to spiritual practices to calm your mind. Some of you may, for example, you may be connecting to your spiritual gifts in order to set up your own business. Some of you will actually be, carers, or people who are industries that can enhance the human experience for other people. With the High Priestess and the Empress energy and the Hermit, it tells me that you're very mystical. You've got a lot of psychic gifts, and you can use those gifts in order to set up a side hustle. For example, you might divine, or you might use a tarot. You may connect to meditation in order to help people set up your own YouTube channel, or do yoga, Pilates, something that enhances the human spirit, because I feel like that's something that you're really good at doing, because you understand humans in a very different way. I'm just giving you energies that are coming up right now. It doesn't mean if you work in an office that you should be doing something else. Absolutely not. It's about trusting that you're in the right place at the right moment, and when things become uncomfortable, because whenever you get a Tower moment, it's like, I'm not feeling right here anymore, or things need to change. Whenever the universe sends you a Tower moment, and the universe will send us all a Tower moment at some point, it is for us to go inwards and see what the energy is telling us, so that we need to make a change. So if you love where you're at, but you hate some of the drama that goes on, or whether you hate certain aspects of your career, you may look at it and how can you enhance it in a way where you enjoy it. And if you really don't like it, how can you change your circumstances? You're not giving up. You're finding a better way. Okay, even if you're deciding to leave a career industry and go and do something else, you're not giving up. You've come to an understanding and an evolution that doesn't vibe with you anymore. You're having a change of heart. You're having a change of direction. You've learned everything you need to know in that industry, and you're actually taking all that knowledge on with you into another. Okay, it is an extension of your journey. It is not a giving up. They want you to be aware of that. Okay, now we've also got the Seven of Flames, and this is you at your personal best. You're on fire. When you get to the Seven of Flames energy, this is about not giving up on a goal or a dream, and using that engaged, sustained effort, okay? You're not compromising what's important to you in your career, okay? So even if someone comes to you with something a little bit underhanded, or someone wants you to do a project that you think, I'm not being paid enough for that, I feel like you are actually honoring your self-worth, and you're standing your ground. 9 times out of 10, they're giving me this energy that when you stand your ground, because you're the best at what you do, they will come back to you with an exchange that is more reciprocal, that is more acceptable, okay? The Seven of Flames is also a card of inspired solutions to any difficulties that you've been going through, and you can trust that you are making things happen and you're living life on your own terms. So some of you, if you're not happy on the course that you're on, I feel like you're not letting the concerns affect you. You're actually sort of rising to the challenge in order to change things, rebirth, or find a different way to get to where you want to go in a more, like in an easier fashion, okay? Seven of Flames also says, I mean, they're showing me, they really want you to be aware of, there's like the spirit of the tiger in that soul there. And this is the year of the tiger, okay? So this is a very poignant year for you in general to be very, very successful and get to where you want to go. Also, the Seven of Wands is about confidence. You know, you're very opinionated, my beautiful Scorpio, but sometimes you may keep your opinions to yourself because you feel like, what's the point? You know, if you've got the truth, most people can't handle the truth the way that you tell it sometimes. So sometimes you just keep it to yourself unless you're asked. But when you're asked, you give your full opinion and you give your honest one. And sometimes that sets you apart from other people. I would say if anyone asks you for your honest opinion about something, even if you feel that it may not be the advice or the opinion that they want to hear, of course, be diplomatic, but I feel like your honest opinion is valued, okay? And it sets you apart from other people. Nobody wants a yes person all the time. Sometimes they need that no. Sometimes they need a person to tell them exactly how it is, because that's the person they're going to respect more for being honest. Okay, not blowing smoke up people's you know what. But they're showing me that you're going to, with sustained effort, be very, very successful. Now, the next card we got along here was the Seven of Coins. The Seven of Coins is about opening yourself up to an alternative strategy, being at a crossroads, deciding if the energy of what you're putting into a situation is worth it. Do you still enjoy it anymore? If you don't, how do you find a way to enjoy it a little bit more? And if you really don't, how can you change your circumstances? Also, the Seven of Earth is about finding a side hustle. It is about finding an alternative form of abundance, okay? The Seven of Pentacles is like, with hard work, patience, and renewed effort and commitment and drive, you will accomplish what you are setting out to do. But you may be in, like, I wouldn't say you're like in the beginning stages, you've already begun, but I feel like you're in that lull period where you feel like you're doing and there doesn't seem to be much reward, or you can't see much reward at the moment. You're like just in the flow of doing. And that's the most important period, because that's the most important period where we actually feel like giving up, or we feel like, well, what is the point? We're just doing. I just want to see the results. I want to see some results. And if you're not seeing results, you can get a little bit disheartened. Your guides want you to be aware, don't get disheartened. Keep going. You're on the right path and you're headed right through to a breakthrough, okay? Seven of Pentacles is a self-evaluation period where you will see developments. You are conjuring good opportunities, but you are checking the exchange as to what you put in and what you're accomplishing out of it, okay? So some of you may actually come up with a new plan of how to streamline your energy, have more time for you, work smarter, not harder. And also, when it comes to finances, because this is the only card you've got here with pentacles in it, I feel like you're trying to save as much money as possible. But of course, life, we've got to pay bills and things like that. So I feel like you're trying to be discerning about the money that you give out, okay? I feel like you are manifesting more, but when you get this energy, sometimes it can mean that you think you have more money than you have. Or you can see that there is more potential, but it's not quite realized yet. So you may be looking at your bank thinking, oh, I spent a little bit more than usual this month because of extra bills. Know that it will be replenished, but it may make you feel a little bit anxious at first, okay? Of course, don't overspend. We all know that. You don't need me to tell you that. But the Seven of Coins, I feel like you're actually going to still be able to save a little bit more money than you'd hoped, okay? But I'm going to pull a quick card on that Tower, and I'm going to pull a card on that Seven of Coins. One moment, please. Can you please clarify the Tower for my beautiful, the Star? So right after the Tower, of course, comes the Star. So this is about you will recover. So for example, if there's like a major crash or there's a major issue that comes up in your career, you will outshine. You will recover. Also, the Star is a far-sighted energy, which means you see it coming, whatever this is. And when we get this, the Star is like a dream come true. So with the Tower and the Star, it can mean suddenly you got everything you wish for. because your 11th house is activated and you're surprised. And it's like a huge sigh of relief, but you get to start something over again. You rebuild stronger, okay? Because once we get an accomplishment or a goal or a dream, your guides want you to be aware you're always on to the next. You rarely sit in that celebratory energy as a win. You're always on to the next thing you want to achieve, and the next, and the next, and the next. So they want you to give yourself a moment to really enjoy the success that is coming to you, okay? This is a card of optimism, but it's also a card of success and hope. Any new ideas that come to you, it could be a sudden idea that is like, oh my gosh, why have I not been doing it like this all this time? This is so much easier. Why have I not been rejigging my schedule like this? Why did I not see that there was an opportunity coming? You will see it, okay? But I feel with this, you're embracing new ideas and also personal growth, okay? Some of you, if you're wanting to be noticed in your job, I feel like you will be recognized for the skills that you've got. Some of you will be suddenly catapulted to fame, or to on a more grounded level, to a position that people recognize your gifts and your skills. You may be known locally, for example, for the talent that you've got or your business. So I feel like this is about you standing out from the crowd, and it may come as a bit of an eye-opener or a shock to you. Oh no, they said I'm not done. Because you work in the shadows, okay? And your work speaks for itself. It's the work that comes to light, but you work in the shadows. But suddenly you may be in the light as well. You'll be in the spotlight for success. And sometimes it feels uncomfortable, okay? Now, the 7 of coins, we've got the Ace of Swords. So I feel like you're working really hard. You're not talking about it. You're getting a wish. You're getting a wish. It's incredible, okay? The Ace of Swords in reverse is like... sometimes we cannot see, we feel clouded, especially when we're in the midst of working. You know, when you're like working away, you're doing the project, you can't see outside of the thing that you're obsessed with trying to achieve, okay, Scorpio? I mean, I'm a Scorpio, I know it myself. I dabble occasionally in painting and things like that. I wouldn't never call myself an artist, but I do the odd thing. But when I do it, I get obsessed with it, I get lost in it. And like 7 or 8 hours later, it's like, oh, I'm just resurfacing. And so sometimes we cannot see outside being on the inside, okay? So other people are looking at you like you're really successful, but you have high expectations. You've got the Sun and you've got the 10 of Cups. You're going straight to the top. So right now, when you're at the 7 of Pentacles, you're like, I'm not near as close to the top as I want to be, but you're certainly on your way, and you're a lot further along than other people as well, okay, because of your tenacity, your drive. So they want you to be aware that sometimes we can't see that we're close to our goal. Sometimes we can't see that we're being successful. So they want you to be mindful that you've got to be honest with yourself, and sometimes try to remove yourself and be the observer, be the watcher, rather than the person who's like passionately involved in things and you cannot see the bigger picture. So don't shoot the messenger when I say that. They just want you to be aware of that. Also, if there's anything untoward or hidden, it will come to light. You will find it out. You will sniff it out, my beautiful Scorpio. You just find a way of finding out the truth in all situations. The truth will always out, okay? Now, the Ace of Swords, they're also giving me that, of course, there may have been some mental stress or blockages, okay? In the last couple of weeks, you may have been feeling very sensitive, especially since we went through that supermoon energy in Aquarius, which is very cerebral. Aquarius is being an air sign, so you may have felt a lot of like mental blocks or stress or anxiety only briefly as we went through that period, but it will all sort of dissipate and become a little bit more calmer. The 9 of Cups indicates you're getting a wish, a dream, or something that you've been trying to manifest. When you get this card, this is all about satisfaction, being satisfied that you've done as much as you can do, and tomorrow is another day for doing, okay? So sometimes when we set ourselves unrealistic tasks or goals, we have to be compassionate with ourselves and say, you know what, I will accomplish all these things, but take it one step at a time. The 9 of Cups tells me that you will be fulfilled, and also you will enjoy yourself as well along the way, because this is a card of success and enjoying the good life, okay? And having the 9 of Cups and then go on to the 10 of Cups, you're pretty close to your goal. They want you to be aware of it. That's your protagonist energy. You're reaching for the 10, you're getting the 9 in the next couple of weeks, in the next month or so, okay? Now also we've got, or you're going to hear good news about something that you are trying to accomplish that highlights you're on the right path. We've got the Five of Flames. Now, the Five of Flames is a card of challenge, of fighting for what you want. Now, you don't have to fight for it, but I feel like it's the effort that you're putting in. And yes, there's been some challenges. Yes, there's been some obstacles. But when you get the Five of Wands, this is about you in training for success, okay? The Six of Wands comes right after that, so you're in training for success. The tradition of the card is that the five people that are on the Five of Wands, they're not fighting each other, they're challenging each other to be ready for battle so that they can win. Okay, so that they can be ready for success and victory. So this is a card of competition, okay, being ahead of the competition, being in training, knowing that if there is competition for any job opportunity or any area of your career, you've got the Seven. You've got top trumps. Seven of Wands says you're above the competition, okay? Yeah, there may be other people who want the position that you've got, or they want the skills that you've got, but you're already there. Okay, so you will accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. Don't give up on a dream or a goal, okay, because you're so close to realizing it. Also, the Five of Wands is like creative brainstorming, okay, you know, having wonderful ideas, brilliant ideas that come from left field. Explore, I would say, explore all the ideas that come to you, okay? Even the ones that seem a little bit crazy. They may seem crazy today, but tomorrow you're like a maverick, you're a visionary. So I would pay close attention to that. Now we've also got Daughter of Cups, which is the equivalent of the Knight of Cups, an offer coming on in, okay? So this is something that you love doing. This is connecting to a feeling that it's almost like you're being encouraged to enjoy what you do and use your imagination to raise your vibrations and hit your targets out of the park, okay? And also this is a card of, and I know this is quite controversial, especially since we're going through a very difficult period. This is a card to remind you, and you guys are saying, don't think about the money. Think about the enjoyment. And whilst we all need money to pay bills, of course, and keep ourselves and our families secure, they're indicating that the money will flow naturally, but you must enjoy what you do, because the more you enjoy it, the more money will be attracted to your vibrant energy, okay? So they want you to be aware of that. But there's an opportunity to do something that you love coming your way, and I feel yeah, this is like you're headed towards a dream, but also the dream is headed towards you. What you want wants you. So there's like an exchange. It's almost like a ritual. They're showing me that the more energy and focus you give to something, the more it's headed your way. You're attracting it like a magnet. Now they're actually showing me an image in the water. It's a very decorative, it looks like a pendant. A very decorative pendant, and I want to say it's kind of made out of some sort of resin, and it has like they're not showing me the necklace part, they're only showing me the pendant, and I feel like you're going to find that on your journey. I mean, the decorative pendant may have like crushed flowers or something in it. That's what it looks like to me. Now, whether you are masculine, feminine, or interested in jewelry or not, this is a symbol that you will come across in the next month and a half. And this signifies an opportunity coming for you to move and advance closer to your goal. There's news headed in, and they want you to be aware of that. But look out for that. I mean, it may be a pendant that someone's dropped and it's on the floor as you're walking past the sidewalk. You know, you may not want to pick that up, but you may notice it and like, ah, that's the image that Baba was seeing in the water. Because when I see things in the water, they may mean nothing in this moment, and they mean everything in about 4 or 5 weeks' time. The pendant looks circular. Okay, it looks like there's some sort of hole in it as well. So I would look out for that. It may even be that someone gifts you that, or you're giving a gift to a person that looks like that. So please take it as it resonates. Or maybe you walk into work one day and your colleague is wearing one. So I would look out for that, okay? We've got emotions, celebrate, and destiny. Oh my gosh, they want one more. You know what? I would normally stop at that because I'm like, Scorpio, good news headed your way. Stop at that. Stop at those 3 cards. But they said 4. So work hard in silence. My gosh. Your guides give you exactly what They're trying to give me, it's almost like they give me the information as I'm scrying, and then they back it up with the card. They want you to be aware that I'm not just like shuffling some cards. I'm doing the energy to give you a message, and they want to prove it to you almost, especially Scorpios and normally, well, to every sign really, but Scorpios and Virgos, they tend to be like, show me, I want the proof. Okay, so work hard in silence is what they're giving. That's what they gave you earlier as well. Now, emotions. And it says your emotions are affecting your finances. As I said, you may have felt like your passion has been like missing, and you've been you wondering where your mojo's at, or you may have felt a little bit numb recently. So again, they're highlighting about your heart being in it. Normally you're 100% in, but you may have felt like the last 18 months in particular, that you may have felt disconnected from your sense of self or your sense of passion. And again, they're reminding you, they wanted you to be the observer. They wanted you to be the watcher, to see everything that's going on around you, to make informed judgments. It says you're paying too much attention to your love life and ignoring your career. Now, I can't imagine that's true, my beautiful Scorpio, but there may be someone out there who's like doing that. So that's obviously a message for somebody out there. I wouldn't say all. And it says earn money doing something that you love, or a dream job might be offered to you. Boom. I mean, same. You could have got any card in this deck, but they're giving you the exact cards that you're meant to be aware of, okay? Like you could have got recognition, okay, which would have suited you as well. You could have got growth. These are some positive cards. There are some negative cards in there. There are some negative cards that are like, you know, let me see. Just want to show you how, like prudence. Be prudent with your finances. Don't spend too much. Ask for help. Settling. Are you settling? Envy. There's one there that's like risk and financial outlook not looking so good, you know. So there is some sort of negative ones in there, which I really can't find right now. Setbacks. Okay, you could have got any of those cards, but they gave you the ones that really connect to this reading because they want to prove. We've also got destiny. And it says here, believe in your dreams and passions. It is calling you to follow them. Whatever led you to this point in your life, it was to direct you to your higher purpose. New, exciting adventures await you. Don't look back, only look to the future. Okay? And we've also got celebrate. So something to celebrate here. Definitely a win. They want you to celebrate your wins as well. That came up. You've accomplished so much and you will accomplish much more. Take some time off and celebrate your success. You deserve it. I mean, come on. I hope you can see that. They're giving you the exact cards with the channeling that I was doing. And it says, there may be an unforeseen increase in your income. Okay, so just let you digest that. So exciting times ahead. Things are headed in the right direction, even if they feel like they're not. Okay, and I'm just going to give you a final card before we close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? Oh, they only want one. Interesting. We have Black Bear Guardian. So as I said, some of you may feel a lot of responsibilities, but also I want you to be aware that you're not alone. Your guides walk with you. You are being guided and protected. It says Guardian, gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me to protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. As I said, you may feel very responsible for the family, okay? And your guides are helping you and moving you towards opportunities to grow in your career so that you can extend your kindness to the ones that you love, because that's who you are. You're very generous of spirit and you are a protector, Scorpio. You protect your loved ones fiercely, your soul tribe, your loved ones, your family. You protect the ones you care about fiercely, and you work hard for them as well. They do appreciate all you do for them, even if sometimes they don't show it, okay? I know families, it's very difficult dynamics, and sometimes we don't show our family members that we truly appreciate them. We may try, but we may not do it every day. So know that they know as well, but and they will let you know. I do feel that. I'm just going to go get Rune before we close. Oh my gosh, we got the sun. We got the sun. So positive energy is attracting positive results, okay? There is a time of plenty, and there will be a better, more vibrant time in the future where you connect to a lot more energy, because the sun is all about energy, boost, awakening, and success. And of course, they want it on the Sun card. So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Scorpio. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little bell. It lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is actually very, very important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio. Love and light.